Isolated trestles on the Esquimalt and Nanaimo Railway's Port Alberni Subdivision. The section of the E&N Railway Port Alberni Subdivision west of Cameron Lake and east of the Port Alberni summit is one of the most isolated sections of the entire E&N system because of geography and lack of road access points. This isolation is increased because the railway is blocked by thick vegetation overgrowth, numerous windfalls and rockfalls, rock slides, and it's also blocked by old wooden trestles with decks in very poor condition, which prevent any kind of rail maintenance vehicle from accessing this isolated section of the railway. The section is generally between mile 13.6 and mile 18.1. Most of it is shown on this map. The trestles in poor condition at either end of this segment, along with lack of any road access, and the geography of the lake and the mountain slope, result in a section of railway of 4.5 miles that can't be accessed by any railway maintenance or inspection people. When a corridor bridge assessment was done in 2019, 6 of the 19 bridges on the E&N Port Alberni subdivision were not visited by the bridge inspectors because of problems with accessibility because of the various reasons that I've mentioned. 4 of those 6 unvisited bridges are in this video. I like to visit them. Walking eastward at around mile 20.7 or so on the Port Alberni subdivision of the E&N Railway, about 1 hour before sunrise. My goal today is to see 4 trestles that are hard to get to. Well, at least the last 2 are, because it's a long walk in of about 3 miles. I haven't seen them for almost a year. It's been about mid-October 2019. I'm starting so early because I want to be at those far trestles for the nice morning light and hopefully some fog or mist rising up from the creeks below the trestles. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, we'll see what mile 18.1 trestle looks like. Haven't seen it since mid-October. It's now getting near the end of September next year. So what have 11 months done? I know that a heavy snow won't be good for this trestle. This one suffers the fate from having its last rebuild in the 1980s done with untreated timber. The August 2019 corridor assessment done by engineers didn't even get here. They didn't get to any of the quartet of these. And it's gone. The refuge bay that was barely holding up before is gone. I'll see if the barrel can be seen and the boards down below. But okay, I knew that was going to happen. That's sad. There were 2 refuge bays on this trestle. One on the left, one on the right, and both of them are now missing. Fallen down because they're decrepit. Speaking of decrepit, yeah, not good.
Well, I'm pretty sad. I mean, I knew that the refuge bay was going to fall eventually. Hoped I'd see it one more time. As for the rest of this trestle, who knows? It's not that long of a trestle. It's just in really poor shape, which kind of is what gives me a bit of affection for it, as it's barely hanging on. That's the refuge bay that had fallen down first. I've never seen it up, but it used to be right up here. Refuge bay, fire barrel holder, whatever you want to call it. The thing that juts out had a fire barrel on the right hand side, one that's gone now. And the mile board is still barely hanging on. See, I wanted to get a photo from here of the mile board with the refuge bay behind it. Now someone's come through and flagged all this since last time, so people can be aware of spikes sticking out, or maybe just really bad ties. Yeah, probably what it is. And the refuge bay is missing. Oh, some dead wood down through there. Maybe that's it. Oh no, here it was. This is it. Yeah. There it is down there. The bones and the barrel I can see. It's hard to see with the trees down there. It's the bones of it. Here's where it broke. There's the barrel lid way down there. And the bones. Oh yeah. Really, really bad. So someone's come through here and flagged things for hikers. That's good. Okay, I'm finished here for morning light at 18.1. Okay, let's walk into the sun. Yeah, good stuff. How's it look on the outside? Old timbers down there too. The areas that have been flagged with the pink ribbon indicate a really bad tie. So for hikers going across, be really careful on those. Okay, it's adios to the 18.1 Trestle until I see it again. Whatever it might look like then, whenever that might be. Probably autumn 2021. I am continuing, first of all, on ties that look like this. Here comes the mile 17.5 Trestle. This will be the third time that I've seen it. Saw it June 2019, then October 2019, and now September 2020. So it's been 11 months. I'm looking forward to see if there's any changes. Hope it hasn't deteriorated. Refuge Bay, fire barrel platform is still standing. Good. This one's safe to walk down the middle. Oh, these ties are really nice compared to the other one and compared to most trestles on the E&N Port Alberni Subdivision. Okay, 2 cameras makes for lots of edit work, but usually it works out okay and looks well. I took one of my favorite railway trestle photos of all time at this spot. On the edge, looking down, and the leaves below were a nice orangey yellow. Well, I'm probably not getting back here for another year. Hopefully, I will get back. And so it's always sad to leave this spot. Partly because it's really hard to get to. Well, it's a 3-mile walk. And I just don't get here often. But it's one of my favorite trestles. I just like a nice curved wooden trestle. And it's in pretty good shape, at least the top of it is. I like that. And I'm thankful that I've got some color in the leaves, so that adds to my photographs. And coming up around this corner should be the mile 18.8 Trestle Bridge combination. And I don't know, it's of the 4 structures I'm going to see today, this is my least favorite just because it's simple. It's in good shape relatively. But I mean, I think the reason why today is such a fun quartet of trestles is they're all really interesting. It's just some are more interesting than others. And here comes that interesting structure. Trestle, then half depth girder bridge, something like that, and then trestle on the other side. And then beyond it used to be another timber trestle, and that was replaced by some fill held in by a retaining wall. Last time I was here was mid-October, and the autumn leaves were fabulous. They're just starting to turn now, but they were full-on orange last time. There's no creek under here. It's just a little bit of a dry ravine. There's rails sticking out there that were used as rebar. And you can see out there retaining wall. I'll step out, see if I can see a bit. Oh yeah, through there, retaining wall. And that was a trestle before. So the leaves are starting to change, but they're not spectacular yet. I'm okay missing that. There's a concrete retaining wall running along here. This is about mile 18.7, and my old records say that this used to be a trestle here where I'm standing, and then to replace the trestle they put in some fill and held in the fill with a retaining wall. So they basically built out some land. There it is. Retaining wall, same style as before. Just holding this in. And then here's the one part that they didn't replace. Kept it as a trestle. Just to give you an idea of my day, I was here this morning coming through at about 10 after 7, and now it's 1 p.m. and I'm coming back through again. I'm tired, but it's a good tired. Oh yeah, these are treated. Lots of creosote. Okay, until I see you again. Next year probably. I'm coming up to mile 20.2 Trestle pretty soon. Usually it just surprises me. I come around a corner and see the Jordan rail. Even more so a surprise in the dark. Of the 4 Trestles I want to see today, this first one is probably my, I don't know, I'd rank it number 3 for my favorites. And that's because it's an interesting wooden trestle, but I guess the truth is it's in pretty good shape, so there's nothing really weird about it to make it even more interesting. It's just a basic wooden trestle. And when the skies are clear, there's a nice view back towards Mount Arrowsmith. And here we are, mile 20.2. Haven't seen you for almost a year. Okay, it's 6:20 a.m. Finished here at the 20.2 Trestle. I took a couple photographs, long exposures obviously, and we'll see what they look like. And I'll continue on walking eastward into the woods. I was here 7.5 hours ago in the dark. I had energy then, and now I'm tired. That's okay. This is mile 20.2. Top deck of this trestle is really nice. Timber frame trestle with trees starting to choke it off. And that's not good for the timbers.